How do, guys? Welcome back to Edgar TV. Another big event is on the horizon. The Players' Championship Finals taking place in Minehead. The top 64 of the one-year rolling order of merit that happens on the floor only. European tours don't count. Majors don't count. This is just the Players' Championships, the 30 events that happen behind closed doors, the top half of the system. Now, because there's such a high turnover in this event, 64 players, you can imagine there's lots of people defending money, lots of people to gain money. I'm going to pick up on those, not just in this video, but another one in the future on the ones that are gaining. Also some predictions and things, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me get to that 100,000 subscribers. Now, interesting here. There will be players that you'll recognise that would have been in this event a couple of years ago, but I want a new tour card now. So I'm not going to talk about those. I'm going to talk about the players that are going to be defending prize money. And also another little interesting story, because a lot of people thought this event a couple of years ago was when Peter Wright potentially started losing his form. He withdrew from this event 2 years ago, so maybe something in that. He was replaced by Gian van Veen, who was a number 65 at the time, but that is non-counting to his tour card. When he lost to Ross Smith 6-2 a couple of years ago, it wasn't on his current card, so non-counting there for Gian van Veen. It is counting, however, for Keane Barry and Matt Campbell. Both reached the third round of this event, picking up £10,000 apiece. Keane Barry beating Adrian Lewis and Andrew Gilding before losing out to Callum Ridds. He will be in the World Championship, though, via the development tour system, which is something I don't fully agree with. When you're a tour card holder, you should get the same access and opportunities as everybody else. So, losing £10,000 here. Does get 7.5 still at the World Championships guaranteed, but like I say, not via that tour card system. Matt Campbell had a good run, beating Steve Beaton, Martijn Kleermaker before losing out by one leg to Danny Noppert. Good run for him. That £10,000 going to come off. It's going to hurt a little bit, but he's in no danger really losing his card. Currently on £88,000 in regards to sort of the tour card positions, and comfortably above that 64 cutoff, regardless of what happens at the World Championships. Ricardo Pietrezco, just outside the world's top 32, so him not in this event means he cannot become a seed for the World Championship, so he's going to have to go in via the Pro Tour Order of Merit, which means he's going to play an international qualifier in round one, £7,500 guaranteed there. Jamie Hughes not being in this event means he is likely to lose his tour card, currently a couple of places outside the world's top 64 now when all the money is coming off, and he's not in the World Championships either as things stand. If Jamie Hughes is to defend his tour card, he is going to need to win in the PDPA qualifier, a scenario that really is fitting for quite a lot of players at the back end of the year. And I will point all those out for you. Again, make sure you're subscribed, because I'm going to let you know everything you need to know at the back end of the year, play by play, in regards to all the latest darting news and interesting facts. Jose de Sousa down to world number 40 now, and I've picked on him a little bit over the last sort of year or so, and that's because I just see him going one direction and I just see him coming even further away. I would not be surprised if having a very similar conversation about Jose de Sousa in regards to tour card positions coming maybe this time next year. First rounds, these are the real interesting ones. Simon Whitlock currently just £4,000 safe of his tour card position, not in the World Championships, got £2,500 to come off here. Now, the money here does include his coming off. So, World Championships, he's got people below him that are in the tournament. There's people that are playing well. Connor Scott plays here. Ryan Meikle, for example, who could jump him. Ryan Meikle got a tough draw here with Gary Anderson, though, so he may survive a little bit here, but people could get themselves closer to Simon Whitlock during this event. For me, Simon has to get in the PDPA qualifier route. If not, he may be saved by Steve Beaton handing his card back, just dropping the bar down very slightly. Vincent van der Voort and Roby John Rodriguez. Roby John Rodriguez playing in the Grand Slam of Darts last week. He's £15,000 short of keeping his card. Van der Voort 28. That means Roby John Rodriguez would have to make the World Championship and win at least one game to have any form of chance. Vincent van der Voort is going to need a deep run in that tournament if he is going to keep hold of his card. They look almost certain that they are going to lose them. Then they've got the opportunity to go to Q School and try and sort of defend that. If you do lose your card, you can go to Q School and try and win it straight back, and you do go through to Phase 2. So Phase 1's like where everyone goes. So if you was to go, right, I'm going to go to Q School, you go Phase 1. You qualify for the second phase, the 1-2-8 phase. That is where these guys will get the sort of positioning. So it does make it half a week rather than a full. Other players that are missing out in this event that was in it a couple of years ago. Adrian Lewis, been pulling out of events left, right and centre. All his money's going to be gone very soon. We know he's not going to be retaining his card. We know he's not going to be doing that. Hopefully, he turns up to the PDPA qualifier on the 25th. I would love to see that. That's still a possibility. We know next year he's going to be on the Moda Super Series, so I can't wait to be commentating on some Adrian Lewis games next year. And also, he's going to be very busy on the exhibition circuit. Steve Beaton, no chance to see him here. Hopefully, he gets through that PDPA qualifier. Keegan Brown, similar sort of situation. Looks like he's going to be losing his card again, and then back to Q School again for Keegan Brown. Mickey Mansell, big run last week to the semi-final of the Grand Slam of Darts. So that really does show sort of the year he's had, that he didn't make the top 64, but shows the form that he's finding at the back end of the year. We know he's got a spot as well in the World Championship via the Pro Tour Order of Merit, so an opportunity there for Mickey Mansell to top that up a little bit. Maybe there's a little bit more ahead than there is behind for Mickey Mansell as he loses, it's not a lot, £2,500 off of his rankings. And while we catch our breaths in regards to that's the players that are guaranteed to be losing prize money, we've also got to look at the players that are defending big, because this is where we're going to see some movement in the rankings. We could see some movement in the top 4 here. A couple of years ago, Michael van Gerwen picking up the title, so £100,000 coming off of his Order of Merit. That's not going to be too effective in regards to him. It's just going to see Michael Smith temporarily go back ahead of him unless Michael Smith, van Gerwen goes on a deep run. Rob Cross, the interesting one, defending £50,000. Now, this tournament doesn't have the biggest payout. It's not like the other majors where there's big money all the way through. The early rounds doesn't take too many big jumps. And he's actually drawn Luke Littler in the opening game. Now, that means if Luke Littler picks up a couple of victories here, beats Rob Cross and then maybe one more, with the money that's coming off Rob Cross's Order of Merit, I think that would put Luke Littler into the top 4. Humphries and Clayton, not going to worry too much about £25,000 off of their ranking, especially when they've got the opportunity to defend it. But Joe Cullen could be the interesting one here. Now away from the top 16 and falling away, and the form's not being good. He is playing Dave Chisnell, who we know is suffering with a little bit of an injury at the moment. So maybe an opportunity there for Cullen just to sort of defend a little bit of that, but I'm not sure I see Joe Cullen reaching a quarter-final stage of this tournament. So that's regards to everyone who's defending. We'll have a look at this on the flip side, see who's going to be gaining, see what the possibilities are there in regards to the ranking moves. But this event always causes a lot of ranking shakers. And the other thing about this, we've got a lot of debutants this year, and debutants that have been performing quite well in other arenas, so an opportunity for them to jump up the rankings quite significantly with a run at this event. The season's coming to an end, the big event is coming, and who is going to be taking those final spots? As far as the top 32 goes, Raymond van Barneveld could still be dislodged in this event, which means he would not be a seed for the for the World Championships, which means half the prize money, and you've got to win a game, then you've got to play a seed. So Barneveld is another player that's going to be hoping that this event goes his way. I'll let you know all the possibilities, all the twists and turns right here on Edgar TV. Catch you soon for some more Edgar TV.